back to my channel. My name is Frey. If you're new here on Heavenly Terp, I love to talk about topics like OnlyFans, cannabis, and festivals. I am a little bit sick, so excuse the cough drop in my mouth. However, this was a requested video, so I did want to go ahead and get this video made and put out for you. This was a request in the comments of one of my previous OnlyFans videos on scheduling, and this was a request to do a part-time schedule, or to show kind of what your life would look like as a part-time OnlyFans creator with a regular 9-to-5 or a civilian job as well. So I did go ahead and make a little chart here, a little schedule here, and I'm just going to go ahead and hold the camera and show it to you and kind of talk about a little bit of what a part-time schedule would look like for OnlyFans. I did used to be a bud tender, so I did used to have a 9-to-5 on top of doing OnlyFans, and I will say it is quite difficult. It is possible. A lot of people do it. A lot of people have to do it in order to financially survive in this economy, especially in the United States. However, it is very difficult because you're already working 8 hours of your day minimum at your civilian job. I know some civilian jobs require 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, etc. So depending on what your civilian job is, you know, your shifts being 8 hours long takes a big chunk of your day out, especially if you want to get adequate sleep. So I did make this schedule for to where you would have roughly 7 to 8 hours of sleep, depending on how long it takes you to wake up and get ready for work in the morning, and for commute, etc. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it, because I wrote a little chart to try to help save my voice a little bit. Okay, so this is what I would do for a part-time schedule. So first, your 9 to 5 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is going to be at your civilian job. Then you're going to need time to drive home, shower, walk your pets, eat dinner, etc. You have about 2 hours to do that. So typically that means you're going to want to cut down on your shower time and make sure that your dinner is a quick and easy one, depending on how long your drive is and how long it takes your pets to, you know, do their business. Then you're going to want to spend the next hour or so answering your DMs on OnlyFans. That's super important to make sure you're keeping up with your fans and making sure that you're answering messages as soon as possible. If you're not able to do any phone work, like if you're not able to answer OnlyFans messages when you're at your civilian job, take this hour from 7 to 8 p.m. to really dedicate your time talking to your fans and answering those messages. That's really gonna boost your engagement and boost your sales of customs, and it will help ensure your customers and your fans on OnlyFans that you're not neglecting them, and that you're trying to make sure that they get the attention that they want and that you're able to provide for them. And again, this is also depending on what your initial layout is, I guess. So whether you're active every single day, whether you commit to be posting twice a week, once a week, every single day, etc. Everyone lays out their OnlyFans a little bit different. But if you're active every single day, you will get a higher engagement rate. So definitely make sure you're taking time to answer those messages, to take photos, to make little video clips. The little video clips are super important. Photos people can find anywhere. Video clips, that's really what's going to boost your engagement with your fans, especially with answering messages and getting customs as well, because those little clips of like 1 or 2 minutes of you just like, you know, doing something provocative, it can really boost people, their spirits. It can really make people see more of your personality, and see that you're doing more than just taking photos. Then I would take the next hour to do social media marketing. The reason why, sorry, that's a doggy hair. The reason why I would do the messages before the social media marketing is because the social media marketing is going to be there whenever people look at your social media. The answering of the DMs, that is something that only you can do. Especially if you try to have a no manager, no team, no bot kind of layout to where you are answering all of your messages. Your social media, it will always be there, but your DMs and your paying customers, they won't. If they feel neglected or if they feel ignored, they will go to someone else. Your social media marketing, I would spend about an hour on. You have to think you have Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit. Those are the main 4. And then if you have Facebook, YouTube, any of that, it's going to take quite a bit. But you can use some of the photos that you took within this past hour for social media marketing. So when you're taking your photos, make sure that you're taking safe for work photos and not safe for work photos. So that way you have photos for your OnlyFans and photos for your social media marketing. Then from 10 to midnight, I would say do a live stream, film a full-length video, maybe multiple full-length videos. Take that time to do your customs. If you're doing your messages and your social media marketing properly, you should have customs by the time this by the time this point of your night comes around. If you don't have customs, then I would do a live stream. I would film a full-length video, etc. Take this time to really build your content. You want to make as much content as possible because you have 8 hours of your day that's completely taken up. So you want to make sure you have as much content as possible and you're constantly making more content. So then around midnight, I would say go to bed. I would say probably don't stay up past midnight because you have to go back and do it again at 9 a.m. And I'm assuming you have to be there at 9 a.m. So, if it takes you 30 minutes to get ready and 30 minutes to commute, you're waking up at 8 o'clock, you're going to bed at midnight. That only leaves 8 hours of sleep. And, it can get pretty tiring. Burnout is real. So definitely pace yourself. When you have a part-time job on top of it, it's very rare that you actually get a full day off because OnlyFans is an online job. It does end up becoming a 24/7 job. Everyone is in different time zones. Everyone is on different libido schedules. So definitely make sure that you are taking time to make space for your burnout because burnout will happen. Now, I did go ahead and also make a little weekend schedule on the other side of this little board. So the weekend schedule, I would say still keep your 9 a.m. time that you start your day just to keep your schedule consistent. If you find yourself sleeping in on the weekends and staying up later on the weekends, it's going to be harder for you to wake up on your 9 to 5 when the week starts all over again. So keep your early wake up time. I would just say go to bed a bit earlier to get more sleep. So 9 a.m. breakfast and get ready for your day. 10 a.m. do your photos and your DMs, do your messages on OnlyFans. Make sure you're doing your dedication to your OnlyFans first every single time. Social media, I would spend about an hour on social media before you go to lunch. After lunch, I would do more messages, like go back to your OnlyFans. On the weekends are where you're going to make the most of your money. So, at least in my experience. So I would, people are just sitting at home doing nothing, wanting entertainment. So on the weekends, I try to focus on my messages as much as possible, on getting lots of customs done, lots of extra photos, filming videos, doing live streams. Literally the entire day is making content and dedicated to my OnlyFans with a small bit of marketing in there. You do want to do this marketing consistently every single day, but you don't want to like drown people in marketing. Like, I have a spam TikTok and then a regular TikTok. If you're someone who wants to post 40 times a day, get a spam account and like start a spam account. But on your main social medias, posting, you know, one reel a day, one TikTok a day, maybe 2 TikToks a day, you know, maybe doing one photo set every other day on Instagram, doing a reel every single day though. Keeping up with your story on Instagram is the most important thing for social media. Making sure you're staying active with your story, because I'll pull up my Instagram real quick. So whenever your stories are up here, whenever you add, whoever added to their story most recently pops up right here. So Easy Baked popped up first because they posted to their story most recently. So whenever you're doing your social media marketing, you want to make sure you're really focusing on your Instagram story, more so than photo posts, reels, Instagram stories, TikToks, posts on Reddit, and posts on Twitter. Those are going to be your main golden eras for social media marketing. Not that you can't post photos on social media, like on Instagram, just I would focus more so on reels in your story when it comes to Instagram than I would photo sets. Again, in your afternoon kind of time for your weekends, definitely make sure that you're doing as much content as possible. And then around 7-8 p.m., do your shower, your dinner, go to bed, relax. So that way, for the next day of the weekend, you can wake up at 9 and start your day. And also, so that way, whenever the weekend is over and you're going back to your 9 to 5, you're waking up at your regular time and it's not throwing you completely off for the whole week. So like I said, unfortunately, you don't really get a lot of time off. Even when you do this full time without a regular 9 to 5, like a civilian job, you still don't really find yourself having a lot of days off. Because the thing is that if you kind of just disappear, unless you tell your fans, like your paying customers on OnlyFans, hey, I'm going to be gone for this day, like I'm not going to be active today, you know, I'm taking the day off. Unless you tell them that, they're going to expect you to be active. And especially if you have your account, your OnlyFans account set up to where you're active every day. Because if you announce that you're active every single day, you have to post every single day. Because that's what they're paying for. And I would say that that's the part that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to OnlyFans. They think a freedom of scheduling. I genuinely don't think OnlyFans provides a freedom of scheduling in the way that people think. It provides a freedom of scheduling in the sense that you don't have a manager being like, you need to come in at this time. Like, you don't have a scheduled shift. And I think that's what's the most difficult for a lot of people who come into OnlyFans creation, is making their own schedule and being their own boss, which is why I'm here to help. It is very difficult to get the motivation, especially when you don't feel good, you're burnt out, you're tired, you're not feeling sexy, you're just not in the mood. It's very difficult to force yourself to then be like, okay, but this is my job and I have to do it. Because it's not like you have a risk of getting fired, you know? Like, you have a risk of losing fans and losing customers, but that's not necessarily something that's, like, right in your face. Like, that's, like, they aren't messaging you saying, I'm gonna unsubscribe if you don't message me right now. You know, like, there's no one, like, pushing you to get going. So you have to push yourself to get going. And that's what I've found a lot of people struggle with, is getting the motivation to get going. And what I say to that is my biggest help is a to-do list. I have a Google Doc, and I literally have a to-do list. Let me see. Okay, there's nothing that's going to out any personal information. So I'll flip the camera. Hold on. So having a daily to-do list on Google Docs, super helpful. And I literally just go through and I'll hit like in progress, completed, blocked, etc. So like OnlyFans YouTube video, I'm currently doing that. Oh, not completed, in progress. So you see, like, all of this is something that can really help with making sure that you are getting everything done that you need to get done. And it just kind of helps you not forget anything as well, because there's a lot to do throughout your day, and you want to make sure that you're really finding all of your necessities and completing them, so that way your engagement boosts. At the end of the day, though, consistency is really the biggest thing, and consistency is really the only thing that matters. So, sorry, the cough drop. Even if you're only consistent once a week, if your fans expect you to be consistent once a week and not every single day, that works great for you. And that's something that you can do and utilize very easily. When I was working my 9 to 5, I was trying to make this my full-time gig, which it is now my full-time gig. And so I was working essentially 2 full-time jobs, and was not giving myself any days off. I committed to every single day because that's what I wanted to do until I eventually left the cannabis bud tending industry and am now doing this full-time. So do what works best for you. That's just an example of what it would be like. I hope this answered your questions. Thank you so much for asking the question and for giving me this video idea. Sorry that I'm not feeling too great. If you have any other questions or would like me to make any other videos regarding anything else, go ahead and drop all the comments or all of your questions in the comments below. I would be more than happy to make more videos based on requests, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have regarding OnlyFans, cannabis, festivals, anything that I touch on this page. I would love to answer your questions. I would love to be of some kind of assistance, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining me, and go make your bag, babe. Bye.